we're gonna be hosting a car meet instead of driving Empire, but the best car is gonna win a free Koenigsegg. But before we do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, we've got everybody at the meet now, as you guys can see, and look at this, the grand prize right here. We're giving this car away to a lucky person, and it's not just like for the video, oh, I'm gonna let them use my car for a video. We're actually adding this Koenigsegg that costs real money into their account. We're giving it to them as a prize. So like, it's pretty crazy. You're gonna want to stick around to see which one of these cars wins it all. But yo, I think the final car pulling up to the meet right now is right there. Looks like it's the limited Apollo. He's a little bit laggy, but it's okay. That's actually a beautiful spec, but okay, we'll get to that later. We'll start right here. Also, we have the developer Martin. I think he can maybe provide some input on what he thinks later with the finalist cars, but we'll start here with this McLaren. Okay, so it's a clean McLaren, but I see he's got a few stickers. Some fake louvered fenders here with some stickers. Okay, I see what you're trying to do, but he could have made them a bit bigger and moved them back a bit if he wanted to do that. I don't love this though. It looks all right. I don't love it though. So I'll rate it like a 5 out of 10. You know, any car that's not above a 5 out of 10 won't move on to the finalists cars. So yeah, this one on the other hand, this Koenigsegg is beautiful. You know, it's seeming like this Koenigsegg is the best looking car we've seen so far, even though it's only the second. But I'm pretty sure this Koenigsegg right here, honestly, he has a good shot at winning. So, you know, maybe he'll need a second Koenigsegg in his garage. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. All right, next up, we got this Pininfarina. I'm gonna be for real. I like blue cars, but this one is not necessarily blue. This looks like a mirror, dude. I don't want a mirror for a car, okay? This blue is not the right shade of blue. This is like a mirror blue. So, because of that, we're gonna be judgmental and just give it a 5 out of 10. I don't think this car deserves to move on. Now, this GTR right here, okay? It would have been clean. I love the navy blue cars with yellow headlights. I think that actually looks sick, but the underglow ruins it, and the wheels don't match, in my opinion. So because of that, we're gonna have to give this, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. You know, if it didn't have the underglow or in different wheels, it probably would have been really good, but yeah. Next up, this Aston Martin, okay. Another mirror, yo. Why does it look like a mirror, bro? It's so reflective. That's literally what a mirror looks like. I don't want a car that looks like a mirror. Like the shade of blues I like, you see this doesn't look like a mirror, you know. This McLaren over here, this Koenigsegg, they don't look like mirrors. This Aston Martin, for some reason, looks like a mirror. So, because of that, I think we're gonna have to give this a 5 out of 10 again. Next up, the Porsche GT2 RS. Okay, you know, it's not as bad of a mirror looking one, but this one is kind of like a silverish blue, but at least it doesn't look like a mirror this time. I actually quite like this. It's kind of clean, yellow calipers. Does it have yellow stitching on the inside? It does. Okay, I love attention to detail, so just because of that, I think we're gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. It can move on, okay? The Senna right here, I like McLarens, I like the Senna. I don't like this spec. Why? Why is the wheels like, they look, I don't know, they look too reflective almost. The green is pretty clean, but I don't love this. But you know what, I think it's good enough to move on. We'll give it a 6 out of 10. This is a beautiful spec. This Murcielago SV, this beautiful red. Okay, I really like this shade of red on here. I don't like, he didn't have attention to detail. The interior, if he wanted to match it right, because he did red caliper, so he should have done red stitching. That loses points. I also don't like this little sticker right here. It looks a little tacky. Because of that, you know, the score would have been like a 9 out of 10, but because of the little details, I'll give this like 7 out of 10. Next to that, Hennessy. Okay, what is going on with this Hennessy? This is a weird spec, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. We have to go in free cam just to inspect it. The wheels, you might not notice it at first glance, but if you look at how the sunlight hits them, they're green. Okay, bro, this guy's shadow's covering it up, but you can see, look, they're green. There's green on that wheel. Why do you have green wheels, orange calipers, very dark red paint? The interior's brown, bro. What is this color combo? Brown, red, green, orange. Too much going on, bro. Yeah, they definitely are green. This guy's trying to say not green. Bro, I literally am seeing green in the wheels right here. I'm looking at the paint. That's definitely green in them. So yeah, because of that, we're gonna give that a 4 out of 10. That's a mess of a spec right there. Okay, this McLaren right here, though. This one isn't horrible. I like the shade of blue. I don't love the wheels. I would have changed those. I would have also added some caliper color because they're just gray. Brown interior is nice, but I don't know if it matches with the blue, so I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. I don't think that this one should move on. Next up, this is a good spec for the most part. I'm seeing some things I don't like as much now that I'm looking at it more, but I do like how it looks overall. I love the purple. I love the white interior to go with the white details. But come on, bro. Just finish the details. Either have white on the wheels somewhere or white on the calipers. The red does not match at all with the purple or white. Also, the wheel choice is not my favorite set of wheels, but it's not horrible. It's just not the best. So I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. It could have been better, but it still is good enough to move on. This Pagani right here, okay. I kind of like the spec. I don't like it that much, but I kind of like it. I just wish, you know, they could have added a bit more. Like, the black interior on a Pagani is kind of boring. I feel like Paganis always deserve a bright color leather. Maybe this one would have looked really good with brown. You know, this green with brown would have been nice. But I think the spec is good enough to move on, so I'll give this one a 6 out of 10 as well. Okay, this Koenigsegg Jesko right here. I love the Jesko, but this spec, kind of boring for a Jesko. It's more of like a sophisticated looking spec. I would expect to see this on something like the Pagani, not the Jesko. You know, it's just kind of a boring shade of blue. I feel like the interior brown is nice, but I feel like the Jesko goes for, you know, more bold specs it deserves. That's what I think, at least. You know, the Jesko should have a bold spec. But it's not horrible. It's still a good spec, so I think I'll give it like a 6 out of 10 again. I feel like I'm just spamming 6 out of 10s, but yeah, I just want to see that one move on. It's good enough to move on. Okay, the center right here. Ooh, I don't like this spec. I'm gonna be for real. The blue carbon's cool, but I would have done a different color. I don't like the blue on this gray. It's not at all my favorite. Is the interior navy blue? If they have navy blue, I'll let it move on just because of the attention to detail. Okay, I think the seats are black though. Yeah, the seats look black, but they did get navy blue carbon in there, but like, they should have done navy blue seats with the material as well. So because of that, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I don't love the spec. Okay, this Aston right here. Ooh, that's a rough spec. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what this color is. It looks gray and bluish, but it's just not really that good looking. The red details, they're all right, but like they're kind of hard to notice because the red's too dark. The interior is just a boring shade of black. There's nothing else really going on in here. They have a little bit of red stitching, but kind of a boring spec, so I'll give it like a 4 out of 10. Okay, wow. I don't even know what to say for this Hennessy. So bad, bro. They just deleted it instantly. That was like a 2 out of 10, bro. That was atrocious. That was the most hideous Hennessy I've ever seen. No offense to you. It matches your purple haze, but yeah, that was not it. Okay, the navy blue on green. I don't know how to feel about this spec. I feel like I usually wouldn't like it, but for some reason I'm digging it on this car. The navy blue with lime green kind of works. Okay, we're gonna let this one move on with a 7 out of 10. That looks pretty good. The R8. Well, I don't know about the sea green color. You know, sea green's a nice color. But on cars, I don't think I've ever seen sea green work on a car, okay? It kind of works, but like kind of doesn't. I don't know. Not good enough to move on. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Moving on over here. Ooh, what the heck? Did they say like oh my goodness, I'm not speaking right. The best cars for last? Like, these look pretty good, okay? This spec right here. Ooh, you have to look at the details. They have green carbon matching with green paint. And then gold details to go with like this goldish tan interior and the same color on the wheels. This is a 9 out of 10. That's one of the cleanest specs I've seen out here today. This center right here is pretty clean as well. The black and white look kind of looks like a zebra. That's what I'm getting the vibes of from it. I'll give it like, I don't know if it's good enough to move on though. I like the zebra look, but not that much. So honestly, just a 5 out of 10. Yo, Shmi 150's Zenvo spec. This spec is beautiful. They nailed it. The details are exactly like Shmi's as well. The purple paint, the purple carbon, the green. This is the most accurate Shmi Zenvo recreation I've seen in the game. 10 out of 10 for that attention to detail. Oh my goodness, bro. What is going on over here, yo? How does this car even look like that? The fully golden rust bucket. Oh, it's Martin's car. That's why. Okay, you know what? We're gonna ignore that. Next up, I think I rated that. Yeah, we said the Shmi Zenvo definitely moves on. Next up, we got this purple Halloween event. Or wait, this was just a limited, not a Halloween event car, but this limited purple McLaren Speedtail. I'm not a huge fan of the Speedtail, first off, and also the wheels he put on I don't love. So I'm gonna give this like a 4 out of 10. Just not my favorite spec. This Zenvo right here, okay, another clean Zenvo. I like the blue. I like the white details. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. He can move on, okay? And then a basic Audi R8. It's just a basic spec, bro. Nothing special about this spec, so this one is not moving on, unfortunately. We're gonna have to say that this one's a 4 out of 10 and it's gone, okay? Let's see who the finalists are. Let's get them all lined up. Let's start by eliminating some cars. We've rated them all now. We know what I kind of like, what I kind of don't like. we're just gonna go through, see how they look, and then we'll start eliminating. Keep in mind, that Koenigsegg right there is the grand prize. By the way, did I mention we're also giving away $3 million to the second place winner and $1.5 million to the third place winner. So, you know, even if you don't win the Koenigsegg, you still win some prizes today, maybe. Okay, so let's start eliminating. Ooh, this Porsche is looking kind of eliminatable, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know, man. The color's just not bold enough. I love bold colors. I did warn every contestant about what I like. You know, I told them I like blue cars. I like bold colors. I told them all that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love the Senna, so I'm gonna eliminate this Senna right here as well. I feel like since we got 2 Zenvos in the finalists, I'm gonna eliminate one of them, and that's the blue one. I love blue cars, but this isn't my favorite shade of blue, and Shmi's spec is superior, dude. So this Zenvo has gotta go, okay? Alright, you know what? My next elimination, I know what it's gonna be. So, you see this Pagani right here. I did say I like it, but I wish it had some other details, like a brown leather interior. Maybe, you know, some matching greenish calipers to, like, the paint. So because of that, we're going to eliminate this Pagani. And I want to look at this Koenigsegg. If he has blue calipers, he can stay. If he doesn't, we're eliminating him right now. So let's see. That's what it's going to come down to. Ooh, no blue calipers, but he has brown calipers to match with the interior. Although, it looks to me like they are the wrong shade, okay? They don't match perfectly, so I'm gonna be eliminating this Koenigsegg right here. I think I'm making another elimination. The Hennessy right here, I don't like the wheels and the calipers that don't match, so this Hennessy's eliminated. All right, we have the final 5 cars right here, okay? There's only 3 that can win, though. Because of that, I'm gonna have to look at all the little details that I like and don't like about it, okay? So, let's get down to business here. I don't like this Huracan that much. I don't like darker shaded cars as much, I already said, but, you know, I prefer this dark shade of green over that dark shade of blue, so this one has got to go. I'm sorry. Oh, did I just call this a Huracan also? This is Temerario, my bad. And then, honestly, I think I already know what other car I'm eliminating. I'm eliminating this Koenigsegg. It's a cool spec. It's based on a real spec. I know what he's trying to do here, but I just don't love the yellow details on this car. I wish it had white details. Final 3 cars, I'm going to rate them in first place, which will get the Koenigsegg, down to second place, then third place. Okay, so last episode we gave first place to a red Lambo. I can't do that again. Also, oh, he fixed it. He's cheating. He fixed the attention to detail. Okay, immediate third place. You're not really supposed to change your spec. Earlier, I remember it had yellow, and yeah, I told him to change it, but like not right now, that would be cheating. So you know what, third place, because he cheated. Second place, I'm gonna give to this Zenvo right here. I love it, but at the same time, the guy didn't come up with the spec originally. You know, it's already a real life spec he copied, so he kind of had the easy way out. So you know what, second place to that. First place, the most beautiful Apollo IE Orange Dragon I've ever seen. I'm just gonna say it. That is a gorgeous spec, so obviously we gotta give first place to this Apollo IE Orange Dragon right here. Hydra, come take a look at your new Koenigsegg right here, bro. You just won this thing. This thing's wild, bro. He's hyped up, yo. I can already tell. He's so excited, bro. All right, you know what? We're gonna stick around to see Hydra's Koenigsegg spec. We're gonna give him the car, and we'll see what spec he makes. Hopefully, he cooks something up for us. Yo, he just finished the spec, and he cooked up, guys. Oh my goodness. Brown interior, like this spec is clean. Brown interior, silver details to match silver calipers and the silver Koenigsegg logo, and the green paint. Bro, I'm glad it went to someone who can make a fire spec for it. Oh my goodness, this is a 10 out of 10. Hydra, he cooked up right here. Oh my goodness, bro, that is crazy. But yeah, I do think that's gonna be everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Share the video on screen here. YouTube thinks you like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.